it's time for an exercise, and actually I have two of them for you. The first one is the even numbers. I would like you to go ahead and display the even numbers from 0 to 100. That's the first one. The second one, it's a little bit more difficult. I would like you to go ahead and display this triangle using the nested for loops. Okay? Pause the video and go ahead and try to do it on your own. Okay, I hope this was easy. Now let's try to do it together. The first one is the even numbers. Let's go ahead and create a for loop. I will do it end, set it to 0, and x is less than or equal 100. And actually I can do it this way: x is less than or equal 100, or x is less than 101. Okay, this is the same effect. And x plus plus, and inside the body of the for loop I would like to do a console.writeLine and print the x. But before we print the x, I'd like to ask it if the x remainder 2 equal 0. So if there is no remainder or it's equal to 0, then display the even numbers. And as you can see, now it's working. Didn't see it actually. Here it is. See? From 0 to 4, 6, 8, 10, and etc. And you can do it to any numbers. Actually, I can make them on the same line here. I can choose the right only and just separate it by commas, and I even can increase the number for 500. Let's see, the even number is still 500. As you can see, here it is, until the 500. Okay, very powerful and very easy. Now let's comment this and try to do the next one. The next one is to print triangle of zeros or asterisks or any sign actually. Let's go ahead and try to do this. First, I will create the first for loop. I will call it int I, and I will set it to 1, and I less than, for example, let's make this pyramid of 20. I'll set it to I less than or equal 20, and I plus plus. Now inside the parent for loop or the upper for loop, let's go ahead and do another for loop. I will call it int j equal 1, and actually the j will be less than or equal 20, and we will change this in a bit. J plus plus, and inside of this I would like to go ahead and display a write only, not write line, and display the symbol, for example the 0 in here. And actually this should be a semicolon, of course. And here I can go ahead and do a write line, take a new line. Now let's go ahead and take a look at this. So here's the block of zeros that we've seen before. How can we convert this block to a pyramid shape? Let's look at the pattern of the pyramid shape. I would like the first one here to be 1, and here 2 zeros, here's 3 zeros, 4 zeros, and you can find this pattern here in the I actually. So I can tell it, and instead of this 20 number here, to equal the I. So the j would be less than or equal I. So it will be going while the I is going up. Let's try it and see how can we fix this. So I can tell it that this is the I, and let's run it. Yeah, we've got it. You see, just one simple modification and we've got it. So when the I is 1, we have 1, 0. When the I is 2, we have 2 zeros, because the j is now the condition of the nested for loop, or the j is connected to the I, and it's also a variable. It's not a fixed condition. So I hope this was easy and fun, and see you in the next lectures.